Alright guys, today we are going to be talking about Pokemon investing, long-term, short-term, and scalping. That's right, there's a lot of different opportunities in the market. There's a lot of ways to look at the market, and today I want to just sit down and clarify the differences between Pokemon investing, long-term, short-term, and of course scalping. There's a big difference between each one of them, and today we're going to go over each one of those. Once again guys, if you're new here, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and as always, hit that like button. We get 100 likes in this video. It's greatly appreciated. Helps out a ton. And of course, it's free for you. We are inching ever so closely to that 2,500 subscriber mark, that next milestone of the channel that we've all been looking for. And of course, the first item that I'm going to be having a giveaway on is next to me with this Charizard UPC. That's right. Figured it's a good chance or an opportunity to get you guys one of these. If you did miss it, if for some reason you can't find one of these out in the wild, it's free to you. And if you do find one of these in the wild and you win it, great. You guys can open it. You can have fun with it with your kids. You can do whatever you want with this. Display it. Put a plaque on it that you got it from me. Whatever you want to do. It's a great opportunity just to get your hands on one or another one and put it away into your long-term investment. Open it up and have fun. Other than that, there are polls going up on the community page now. If you are interested in putting your input into what products you would like to get as a giveaway, I have a budget set and I'm going to continue to move forward at that and try and fill in the gaps so we can have some more sealed product giveaways for you guys as a thank you for getting us to 2,500. So be sure you check the polls. If you want your opinion heard, be sure that you fill them out and help me get what you guys want. I want you guys to get what you guys want out of this deal. It's not about me in this situation. I'm giving you the appreciation. I want you to get what you want. I want you to be happy with the decisions that are made. So today we're going to be talking about Pokemon investment and the long-term, short-term, and scalping. What's the difference between each one of them? Because I still see a lot of people, whenever I put up a top 5 or something you should buy and then sell in this type of time frame, I see a lot of people say that's scalping, you're just a scalping channel, blah, blah, blah. I keep seeing that, and the difference that I'm going to put out there right now. Short-term investment is within 2 years. You're going to try and keep your investment within 2 years. Why? Because you're trying to take money and turn it into more money in order to be able to continue your investment terms or get out of it before it becomes too much of a burden on yourself. So a lot of times we'll look at items such as booster boxes. So low print booster boxes are always great opportunities to get into it in order to be able to get some short-term investment within the next 2 years. The next item, of course, super popular sets. So if you can get in with the distributor, you can get that low priced items. You can even get them at some of your local stores. Put them away and sit on them for 5 to 6 months and play the wave system or try and beat the reprint systems in the Pokemon TCG. You can definitely have some great Pokemon investments by just selling and rotating that stock through and getting actual little gains all the time. And then you can actually start continuing to build a bank of money to continue to move forward. These are the opportunities that there are in short term. Sometimes short term could be a couple weeks. I mean, it could be very quick, or it could be up to 2 years. That's kind of the short term time window that I try and stay in. I'm sure other people's definitions are different, but that's just mine. You could say it's up to 5 years could be short term. It's just the way that you want to look at it. Now, there's a big difference between that and scalping, and I'm going to tell you people right now, scalping is a completely different item because scalping has a ill intent or a bad intent. You're trying to intentionally scam your own market, or you're trying to scam the market with the intent of just inflating prices artificially in order to benefit you. So you will go to your local Walmart. Let's say you own a small store in town, or a small shop, or a trade booth or something like that. And you'll go to that town and you will go and purchase everything of a certain item. You'll intentionally go and buy every ETB that's on the shelf or every single pack that's on the shelf. And then you will go back to your store or to your booth or to your online store that sells to that same market and sell them at double, triple, quadruple the price. Now that is scalping 100%. If your intent is to just strictly inflate the market artificially in your area in order to make money, you are a scalper. Now, if you're a short-term investor, even like myself, I don't take all the products off the shelf. I will buy a certain amount and I intentionally leave products behind. I believe that a healthy market is made by people purchasing these products, getting them in hand, and making money with these things themselves, or just playing it, giving kids the opportunity to open this. I gave away packs all the time because I believe that people getting this in hand creates a healthy market. It grows the market. It grows interest. As interest grows, the market grows with it. And if you lose interest and if you make it impossible to get products, you will destroy the market that you're trying to use for your investments, and you will kill yourself in the long run. So leaving things behind, taking one of three, or taking, two or three of an item when there's 10, that's fine. I think that's a great opportunity to pull into those. Even like behind me, you see the Celebrations lunch boxes right over here. I grabbed 2 of those, but there were 10 of them on the shelf. Once again, my intent was to get some for my investment and let other people get them, because they will get interest in it. They will get the cards out of there. They will have fun with those cards. And of course, that will build the market and build the investment in the future. So that's the one thing you need to remember when it comes down to investing. Scalping is bad at that. They will clean everything off the shelf. They'll take all 10 and they'll sell all 10 of them at double the price someplace, trying to capitalize on the hype and FOMO of products. And that is not a good thing for the market. That is not a good thing to be doing. So if you are doing that and you are calling yourself an investor, you should probably rethink your strategy on that part of it and really think about the futuristic gains if you leave that product behind, especially even in your hometown. Now, next thing I'm going to talk about is long-term. Now, long-term is a completely different mindset. That's a mindset of just taking a product and just putting it in a shelf. I'm going to open up my safe. I'm going to set it over here. I'm going to put it away. And I'm not even going to look at that for 5 to 10 years. 5 years, I'll take it out if it hasn't made what I wanted. Put it away, and I'll wait until 10 years. I have no reason I need that money. There's no reason I need to be making anything on this. This thing can sit 20 years. I don't care. And that's what we'll do. And that's definitely a way of looking at an investment. You can do long-term investments. And overall, long-term investments tend to be safer investments. Why? Because you're not at the terms of a flowing, moving market. You're not worried about reprints. You're not worried about people coming in with huge stocks of this stuff at that point. You're really at the point in the market where it's kind of stabilized and should be doing just steady growth. You get past of that destabilization of everything happening, reprints, tournament, high-end cards, low-end cards, everything's already been figured out, and everything's moving and flowing, and everybody's already gotten their jockey positions. And if you look at the Pokemon TCG or most TCGs and even sports cards, when you get past that destabilization of new product and you get that product to kind of settle in where it starts to move, they typically do really well long term. And most sealed product does that very well. There's very few sealed product items that you can go back 10 years ago and pull out, even before the boom, that had not gone up at least good 50% to 100% margins in that time frame. And that's just simply because of supply and demand. Product continually disappears. People continually open product. People are continually chasing some old chase cards that they missed, trying to fill master sets, or just having fun reminiscing of old product. As that continues and you hit these next booms, we got 30 years, 35, 40, 50, years down the of Pokemon, these things will continue to move and make the market continue to move up. So once again, in the scheme of things, long term, definitely a safer, more robust type of investment. But once again, you are tying up your funds for a long period of time, and you have to know that. Once again, that's where we talk about expendable money being important. Why is expendable money being important? Because even a short-term investment, guys, could become long-term. Look at this Charizard UPC. When it comes down to Pokemon investment, this Charizard UPC probably just went from a potential short-term investment like the Celebrations UPC and has just become a long-term investment due to the fact that this has been produced just all over the place. We have more of this product available than anybody expected. Another wave coming, and I've had people in my comments that get product from distributors saying their allocations are the same for the second wave as it was for the first wave, so that means there is a lot more of this product going to be coming out there. Once again, this may have just become a long-term game. If you have purchased this stuff, especially at MSRP and above, you may be looking at long-term. Now, a lot of people were thinking short-term, buy this at 120, 200, sell it at 300 when it gets up there real quick because of the Celebrations UPC's performance prior to it with the hype, the FOMO, and the low allocations that they did on that set. There was definitely that opportunity with Celebrations. people equated that into the Charizard one, and the Charizard one has been flooded. So once again, it's kind of maybe changed into that long-term perspective. Do I think long-term in 10 years, if you put that away and pull it out in 10 years, that it's going to be at MSRP? No, I think it'll be relatively high compared to that, but it may not be as high as, let's say, the Celebrations UPC or even the Arceus UPC. The Arceus UPC, of course, was exclusive through GameStop. I think there's a lot less allocation on that product. That product was kind of forgotten and dwarfed by the Charizard UPC. People didn't go after the Arceus one because they were saving money for that Charizard UPC, thinking that that was going to be the gangbuster move. And, well, Pokemon did Pokemon and completely reversed that on us. So, once again, that's the biggest thing is with long term, is that you have to remember you're going to be tying money up for long periods of time. You're going to be holding it, and you should probably just forget about it. Set a reminder on your phone, a location where you're at, and just put it there and forget it until you're ready to pull it out and see how your investment did. Maybe check it at 5 years and then look at it at 10 years, 15, 20, whatever increments you want to do. That's typically the way that I look at a long-term investment. Even booster boxes that I've had now, they're just sitting there. I don't even look at them. I just know that they're there, and I'm not even caring what the prices is on them. It is what it is. So once again, biggest difference between the three of them. Scalping, you have ill intent. You're intentionally trying to take money and falsely inflate a market in your local area. Short term, you're using the current market and the market values to try and make some money on those things within 5 years. 2 years is my time frame, but I'd say anything under 5 would be considered short term. You're using the market, you're waiting for the market to do its own thing and become upward movement versus trying to force it or fake it in false inflation inside of your own areas. And the last thing is long term, of course, sit on it and forget about it and let the market do its thing. Longer it sits there, the chances are with Pokemon or any kind of TCG, the prices will go up on sealed product just because demand's going to stay up or demand's going to continue to move, and you're probably going to have less and less supply as time goes on. It becomes harder to find. Less people have carried it for that long term. The longer you can hold on to it, the more likely you are one of the only people with it or one of the few people that have it left. That's the thought process with long term when it comes down to investing in Pokemon or just investing in TCGs in general. So once again, guys, if you're new to Pokemon investing, if this is your first real jump into it, I hope this video helps you guys out on that. And if it did, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Be sure that you hit that notify so that you know when we're doing new videos. And last but not least, be sure you hit the like button, especially if you made it this far into the video. Man, it'd be great if you hit that like button before you leave and hit that subscribe. Other than that, guys, if you do like this kind of content and you do like Pokemon investing, Pokemon market, and what's happening with new sets, check out these two videos over here. I'll put them up for you afterwards for your enjoyment, and that way you can check out what's happening in the Pokemon TCG. Other than that, we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.